Hello there, and welcome to my presentation, which is understanding the basics of Incoterms within 5 minutes. So a little bit about me. My name is Barugh. I'm the founder of JAB Global Supply Chain Consultancy, a business I set up to support companies navigating the complexities of international trade. I'm also a chartered member of the Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport, and also a member of the Chartered Institute of Export International Trade. My background spans frontline operations, strategic consultancy, and university lecturing across the global supply chain sector. The reason that I've created this presentation is because Incoterms are often made far more complicated than they need to be. I want to show that when explained clearly and practically, the basics of Incoterms can be understood under 5 minutes. So what are Incoterms? Incoterms is an international recognised trade rule that defines who is responsible for costs, risks and responsibility in international trade. Incoterms are published every 10 years. 2020 is the latest version. So at the time of recording this, the next version will be 2030. Incoterms is an acronym standing for International Commercial Terms. They are also a trademark of International Chamber of Commerce, registered in several countries. They help legally between vendor and buyer in international trade. So let's look at the Incoterms charts. The Incoterms chart is an invaluable reference tool that I use to this day, and it can be downloaded from any search engine. What I'll do, I'll explain how to use it. So if we look at the top row, it's got 3-letter abbreviations going from EXW on the left hand side to DDP on the right hand side. They're just the abbreviations of the full name of the Incoterms on the line below. So for example, EXW means Ex Works nameplates. Then if you move to the right, DDP, Delivered Duty Paid nameplates. So on the line below that, you'll see it's referencing the modes of transport. So you'll see EXW FCA moves in all modes of transport. And if we just move across the CPT going to DDP, they also move in all modes of transport. However, the ones that are highlighted in blue, so FAS, FOB, CFR, CIF, can only be moved on motorway transport. So you couldn't have an air freight movement that goes by FOB, for example. If we look at the column on the left hand side, this shows you the liabilities and who's responsible between the buyer and the seller for what part of the journey. So if we look at Ex Works and look at the unload, I'll pick 3 specific criterion here. So unloading charges, duty taxes and customs clearance and inland haulage to destination. You'll see that's to be paid by the buyer for Ex Works. So you just look on the column and move down and match it to the specific charges in the left hand column. So if we look at DDP, in terms of duty, taxes and customs clearance and inland haulage to destination, you'll see that the responsibilities lie with the seller. So it's slightly different there. And in DAP, so I'm just picking another one out, delivered at nameplates, you'll see that the unloading charges, duty taxes and customs clearance and inland haulage to destination, they're to be paid by the buyer. So there's different Incoterms, meaning that the buyer will pay some costs and the seller will pay some others, in a nutshell. So if you use this chart, you can easily ascertain who is actually responsible. So that's understanding Incoterms within 5 minutes. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. Any feedback is appreciated. Thank you.